You again, Flower Man? Let's get this freak show over with.
The story begins 65 years ago, when the world nearly collapsed after a nuclear war. In just one night, electricity and all communication systems were wiped out, plunging humanity into a dark age. At that time, deep in the Amazon rainforest, a scientist discovered the Genesis tree. Its strange flower contained an immense source of energy, powerful enough to supply electricity to the entire world. Thanks to this discovery, humanity gradually rebuilt civilization from scratch. Since then, all Genesis trees have been placed under government control. After the nuclear disaster, 90% of children were born with genetic issues. To address this, scientists infused human DNA with extracts from the Genesis flower. From that point on, every person born carried a special ability. Some possessed extraordinary hearing, while others had exceptional vision. These individuals were called genetics and quickly became the ruling class. However, about 10% of the population had weak immune systems and were completely unable to absorb the extract. They were labeled specials and assigned only simple labor jobs such as cleaning or maintenance. The story then shifts to the Genesis Institute, where Chloe joins a tour as a student. The friend accompanying her, who uses a wheelchair, disguises himself as a janitor to sneak inside. When everyone lets their guard down, Leon uses a device to unlock a restricted area. After checking the map, he notices 2 guards nearby and releases a toy mouse. When they pick it up, sleeping gas is immediately released, knocking them unconscious. Leon takes the key and moves to the ventilation system, attaching a gas canister. The sleeping gas spreads through the ducts, causing the scientists in the building to fall asleep. Next, he puts on a mask and tries to enter the laboratory, but the access code is incorrect, forcing him to contact Chloe for the right one. In the main hall, Chloe overhears some students saying that specials deserve to be eliminated. She argues with them, drawing the attention of a guard, then pretends to be weak to ask for help. Taking advantage of the moment, Chloe secretly takes the notebook from his pocket. Inside is the correct code, which she immediately sends to Leon. After receiving the information, Leon quickly infiltrates the lab. He takes out his mother's old watch, engraved with the words, "We are all one, we are all equal." Regaining his determination, Leon pulls a lever, the machine opens, and the Genesis tree appears. He uses an old tool to smash the protective glass. Just as he is about to pick the flower, the tree releases countless sharp thorns and an alarm sounds. Even so, Leon manages to hide the flower inside a blue capsule. The system immediately announces a lockdown and orders an evacuation. Chloe wants to stay and wait for Leon, but is forced out by the guards. Fortunately, Leon also escapes safely. Outside, he deliberately bumps into Chloe, causing her teddy bear to fall, then quickly hides the capsule inside before returning it. When the guards search Leon, they only find the watch and even mock the message engraved on it. Another man carefully inspects each student, but still fails to discover the flower hidden inside the teddy bear. Afterward, Chloe and Leon watch the news on a large screen outside. Senator Frank is speaking, saying that using the flower before birth is unnecessary, as it can be applied afterward. Soon after, the famous singer Mira appears and announces a free tour to areas inhabited by those without abilities, calling for unity. After changing his appearance, Leon tells Chloe that politicians and celebrities are just putting on a show. They don't truly care about people like them. Right before their eyes, a poor man like them is just kicked out of a grocery store. They also see a janitor wiping away protest slogans on a glass door, showing that not everyone supports genetics. Mira's manager warns that the situation is becoming dangerous. The special zone, where the 10% without abilities live, is already risky and nearing overcapacity, so the fan event should be cancelled. However, Mira firmly refuses, saying that canceling would mean never achieving unity, and she decides to go ahead with the event. When Chloe and Leon return home, guards at the entrance of the special zone check their documents. Leon goes out to buy supplies, while Chloe stays and watches TV, seeing Frank in an interview. Frank claims he has developed a drug that allows the 10% without abilities to experience power as well. Chloe is excited, but Leon believes it's just empty words. They return to their home, which also serves as a small workshop. Chloe takes care of plants, while Leon focuses on building devices. He extracts energy from the Genesis flower to create advanced prosthetics for people with disabilities, allowing them to live almost normally, and the income from customers is enough to sustain their lives. After completing an order, a member of the genetics calls for repairs. Chloe refuses because they don't offer on-site service. However, when the client offers triple the payment, Leon agrees. Chloe worries because the job is risky, but Leon reassures her that he knows the routes well and can avoid the guards. The two of them go to a luxury restaurant and are let in through the back door by the chef. The chef is also a special, using a mechanical suit to move and work normally. Suddenly, an anti-genetics group storms in, breaks down the doors, and cuts power to the entire area. Leon quickly finishes repairing the suit, and the chef says he will go out to check the power source and bring the payment back. Just minutes later, the group begins smashing everything and eliminating those with abilities. Tables and chairs are destroyed, and many people lie motionless on the floor. The chef returns to the kitchen badly injured and manages to warn Chloe and Leon about what is happening outside before collapsing. The two try to escape, but the back door is locked. Leon asks Chloe to help him put on the chef's suit. When two members of the group enter the kitchen, they see only bodies lying still. They talk about a small performance scheduled for the next day and a larger plan afterward. One of them drops a piece of paper, and Chloe secretly picks it up. When they hear law enforcement approaching, they leave, but suddenly Leon's suit malfunctions, automatically lifting him up and slamming him into a nearby counter. The two return, and Leon fights back using dishes and boiling water. During the struggle, the leader's mask is torn, revealing his real face. They pin Leon down, and Chloe rushes in to help. Leon throws flour at them, then pulls Chloe and runs toward the exit. With the strength of the suit, he breaks the door, and they escape. Outside, Leon struggles to move in the suit, so Chloe has to support him into an alley. A patrol car passes by, but does not notice them. Chloe checks and realizes the suit's leg is damaged, forcing her to help Leon get back home. The next day, the media is flooded with reports about the incident. In one security camera image, Leon and Chloe are seen, leading to public speculation that they may be connected to the attackers. All the information is quickly sent to the authorities. Special Task Force Captain Hughes declares that the area for those without abilities has become a crime hotspot and is about to be raided. Leon and Chloe are horrified to realize that Hughes is the very leader of the anti-genetics group they saw. Chloe opens the paper she picked up and discovers it is a flyer for Mira's concert. Inside, there is also a map. They realize the group is planning to attack the performance and then shift the blame onto specials. Leon immediately starts packing to leave the city, but Chloe objects, saying they are the only ones who know the plan in advance, and if they leave, many innocent people will be in danger. Leon responds that a disabled man and a 12-year-old girl cannot change the situation. Chloe bursts into tears, calls him a coward, and runs off, while Leon cannot stop her. This is followed by a childhood flashback, where Leon sneaks into his father's office and discovers that he is a special. When his father finds out, he immediately detains his son. Looking at his mother's watch and recalling the past, Leon decides that he must act. A few hours later, Chloe returns and sees Leon repairing the suit. She helps him put it on again. Leon tests his movements and says he will find Hughes and force him to confess. He crafts weapons from simple materials and demonstrates the ability to bend metal. When Chloe sees the special wires in the suit, she immediately prepares chemicals to activate the system. At the same time, Mira is performing in the special zone. The crowd becomes increasingly chaotic. Barriers are pushed aside, and security struggles to maintain order. After the performance, as Mira prepares to board her bus, her guards and manager are suddenly taken down. Shortly after, the rebel group arrives in trucks and leaves messages on the walls. Hughes forces Mira to go with him. At that moment, Leon appears in the suit and mask, jumping down from a balcony to attack. Due to the effects of Chloe's chemicals, plants begin to grow on the suit, causing the group to mock him. But Leon quickly uses them to counterattack. One attacker is taken down by toxic gas, another is restrained by vines. Chloe calls out to Mira from a vehicle she just acquired, while Leon continues fighting. At first, he has the upper hand, but he is soon surrounded and knocked down. Chloe drives straight into one of them. Leon manages to jump onto the vehicle while Mira is still in shock. Without time to explain, Chloe immediately drives away. The three quickly return home and lock the doors tightly. Outside, the group searches through the streets. On TV, reporters say that Mira was nearly captured but was saved by a mysterious hero. Inside, Mira notices Leon is injured and quickly treats him, sharing that she once wanted to become a doctor. Chloe draws a picture of Leon that looks like a superhero surrounded by plants. Leon is not pleased at all, but Mira praises the drawing as very beautiful. Afterward, Leon tells Mira the truth about Hughes. Upon hearing it, Mira says she wants to return home as soon as possible because she has an event with Frank the next day. Leon suspects that the group's next target is Frank. Since they targeted Mira today, they will likely go after him tomorrow. The group opposes altering or enhancing humans after birth. They believe people should remain exactly as they are born. Mira wants to inform the authorities, but Leon stops her because Hughes is also a commander within them. In the end, the three come up with a plan. The next day, Mira and Leon pretend to be a new-lied couple planning to have a child. Because Mira is so famous, she tells the doctor that she did not make an appointment and has never publicly revealed her husband to avoid the media. Leon persuades the doctor to let them tour the facility and secretly obtains a key. After that, Leon distracts the staff by announcing that Mira will perform. While everyone gathers in one room, the anti-genetics group appears. Leon blocks them in the lobby. When the group charges, he throws anesthetic gas, damaging their masks. At first, Leon fights well, but there are too many of them, and they quickly overpower and corner him. Hughes removes Leon's mask and repeatedly strikes him. At that moment, Frank's security team arrives, forcing the group to retreat. Mira reveals that she contacted Frank because she knew Leon could not handle it alone. Leon wonders why the guards do not pursue them, and Frank says his son is more important. The truth is revealed. Frank is Leon's biological father. Chloe is completely shocked to realize Leon lied about his father being dead. In anger, she runs away. When reporters arrive, Frank immediately assumes the role of a politician. He declares that his son is proof of the growing divide between genetics and those unaffected by the flower, while calling on people to think carefully when voting. 1 week later, Frank's project is approved. Buses enter the special zone, taking the poor out of the city to medical centers. After the treatment, they will no longer have their previous limitations. The special zone will be opened so that everyone can live together equally. At the center, Leon asks where Chloe is, but Frank says he cannot find her. When Leon mentions Hughes, Frank changes the subject and says he only wants to treat him. Leon reminds him that the last time Frank tried to help his mother, she did not survive. Frank apologizes and admits his mistake. He says Leon's mother left a letter, but he did not have the courage to give it to him. Leon reads the letter. His mother apologizes for leaving the two of them, hopes he will become a good person, but worries that the anger inside him will make him harsh. She tells him to learn to forgive, because in the end, no one can stay by our side forever. After reading it, Leon cannot hold back his tears. Mira walks in and takes Leon outside to get some fresh air. While walking, Leon sees Chloe and apologizes. Chloe cannot stay angry with him for long. Leon says he believes Frank is the one behind all the attacks to ensure the project gets approved, but to accuse him, they need clear evidence. Chloe suddenly comes up with a plan. She borrows a camera from a man's artificial eye. At the same time, doctors call the next patient's name. In the laboratory, Chloe sneaks into the ventilation system and begins recording audio. Hughes and Frank are talking, and from their conversation, it is clear that they orchestrated everything. While putting some patients into a sedated state, Frank explains his plan. He wants to remove a special gene from their brains and implant it into those who already have abilities. Frank calls this the next stage of human evolution, believing that humans will become more perfect and extend their youth. He does not care about specials at all. In his eyes, they are merely tools for extracting genes. Not long after, Chloe plays the entire recording for everyone in the camp. Mira breaks down in tears and apologizes to the specials because she had no idea about the truth. Leon repeats his mother's words, "We are all equal. No one is flawed. We are all human." He calls on everyone to rise up. Leon says that no matter what, he needs the suit. Chloe replies that she has already taken the key to the storage room. The next day, Frank and several nurses enter Leon's room to begin the treatment. Under the blanket, Leon is already wearing the suit. He restrains his father and grabs the syringe. Frank says he did everything just to cure him. Leon coldly responds that he is nothing but a heartless man. He locks Frank up, takes the explosive device from Chloe, and runs to the security room. Leon takes down the guards, but one manages to trigger the alarm, putting the center into emergency mode. Elsewhere, Chloe connects the cameras to a computer to send the entire recording to the authorities. Before Leon leaves, Mira kisses him and tells him he must come back. At the camp, Hughes appears with his group. Leon and the specials surround them. A major confrontation breaks out. The specials only have simple items like pots and pipes, but thanks to their numbers, they manage to hold out, while the suit helps Leon fight multiple opponents at once. However, Hughes calls for reinforcements, and many gunmen arrive, causing more and more specials to fall. Leon faces Hughes alone but is overwhelmed and forced to retreat. In the security room, one man suddenly captures Mira, but a special rushes in and takes him down. The system finally completes uploading the video. Chloe immediately contacts the authorities from the lab. Meanwhile, Leon crawls along the floor, looking for an escape route when Hughes suddenly attacks from behind. Leon opens the machine containing the Genesis tree and throws an object, cracking the glass. Hughes launches a fierce attack and throws Leon into the machinery, shattering the glass. As Hughes prepares to deliver the final blow, Leon pulls a flower. He knows that when the flower is picked, the thorns will shoot out. The spikes shoot straight at Hughes, knocking him down. The authorities quickly storm in, arrest all of Frank's men, and collect a large amount of evidence. Chloe and Mira run to Leon, and this time Leon is the one who initiates a kiss with Mira. A week later, news channels simultaneously expose Frank's plan. Public opinion spreads that a masked man saved everyone, and there are even rumors that he is Frank's son. However, the authorities deny this information. Frank has escaped and is still on the run. The government ends the discriminatory policy, and people are free to move without being separated. Mira suffers damage to her throat and can no longer continue singing, but she still lives happily with Leon. In the final scene, Frank stands from a distance, silently watching his son. The film comes to an end.